Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Every single species of our wildlife is critical and performing an essential function in our ecosystems.
Supreme Master Ching Hai graciously and humbly presented Surf Coast Wildlife Shelters Group the Shining World Compassion Award and 2 contributions totaling $35,000. Shining World Compassion Award recipient, Surf Coast Wildlife Shelters Group. Continue watching to learn more.
Nice to meet you, considerate viewers. I am Frank. The loving people of the Bahamas love you for your benevolent acts of kindness. Everywhere in the world, we can observe and be touched by acts of kindness. People from all walks of life, faith, and cultures extend themselves beyond the call of duty to help others unconditionally. Even loving, caring animals contribute also in this noble category. Through their noble deeds, humanity as a whole is elevated. To commend virtuous actions and encourage more people to be inspired by their examples, Supreme Master Ching Hai has lovingly created a series of awards, including the Shining World Leadership Award, Shining World Compassion Award, Shining World Hero and Heroine Awards, Shining World Honesty Award, Shining World Protection Award, Shining World Intelligence Award, and Shining World Invention Award, etc. These awards are to recognize some of the most exemplary, generous, caring, and courageous people who walk amongst us, as well as heroic, beautiful animal co-inhabitants, whose acts are worthy of praises and gratitude. Today we are traveling to Victoria, Australia, to meet Tina Lawrence, the president of Surf Coast Wildlife Shelters Group, a remarkable non-profit organization dedicated to helping wildlife animals. Their mission statement is to protect, rescue, and rehabilitate sick, injured, and orphaned native wildlife and to release these animals and birds back into their own habitat. We had a chance to sit down with Ms. Lawrence and ask questions about her kind organization. What motivated her to work in wildlife rescue?
10 years ago, myself and my family moved down to the Surf Coast, and we realised that there were very few people who were able to rescue and care for animals. One incident in particular where a kangaroo was hit near Anglesey. She had a joey that was thrown onto the road. I was able to rescue the joey. There were almost no people along the Surf Coast doing rehabilitation and taking these animals into care to care for them. So that was the point at which I decided to look for a way in which to become more involved.
We asked Tina what caring for injured wild animals is like.
The setup for caring is very involved. So you have to have a range of equipment, foods and other things to be able to do this properly. For example, I have specialised in pinky animals, very, very small animals that come in after the mother kangaroo has been killed in a car accident. People find these little tiny furless little animals in the pouch, babies in the pouch, and when they come into care, we need to put them in an ICU unit, so a humidity crib, and where they stay. We also need to have access to a whole range of different milks and other things that they need as they're growing, as well as pouches, as well as a whole range of other equipment.
Sandy Mahone, a licensed carer at Surf Coast Wildlife Shelters Group, further explains their work at the shelter.
The amount of work physically in caring for wildlife, it is very species dependent, and it is also very dependent on the age of the animal. In my case, I take on small marsupials like possums of different species. I've had them from a tiny little 40-gram animal that needs constant 2-hourly feeds, and that's day and night. They require that in the beginning to replicate what their mother would provide them, up to older animals that need just, in the end, their milk at night time and sufficient browse, which is what we call the leaf matter that they eat. They obviously browse.
We asked Tina about the kinds of animals that are brought to the shelter.
I was trained to do everything, so I can rescue and care for a wide range of animals. I can and do rescue and care for koalas, possums, all sorts of birds. I have picked up and cared for fairly short-term lizards and reptiles, but we have specialist carers who do that. So even if I'm just able to do the emergency care, then I can pass them on to a more specialised carer. Birds of prey, they're particularly difficult. Wedge-tailed eagles and falcons are difficult to rescue. We do the emergency care for those birds, but we prefer to send them off to specialised carers.
Ms. Lawrence emphasizes the importance of protecting our precious wildlife, as it is crucial to ensuring biodiversity and a healthy ecosystem.
Wildlife are the most important element, fundamental element of biodiversity. When I talk about wildlife, I'm not talking just about the bigger animals like kangaroos and koalas. I'm talking about our native insects, our native birds, our native reptiles, our snakes. Every single species of our wildlife is critical and performing an essential function in our ecosystems. It's critical that we protect them in order to protect our ecosystems and biodiversity, because when we lose them, we lose part of that ecosystem that we will never get back. As a group, we try and do as much education as we can through our Facebook page and our website. We also make submissions as a group, and together with other groups of wildlife carers and shelters and with other community groups, we put together submissions and we have meetings with the department in an effort to advocate for changes that will make the lives of our wildlife better.
Wondrous viewers, we pause for a moment to air important messages. When we return, we will present the Shining World Compassion Award to Tina Lawrence and the Surf Coast Wildlife Shelters Group. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to our program about Surf Coast Wildlife Shelters Group and their amazing work to protect, rescue, and rehabilitate wildlife animals. After learning about one of their koala rescue cases, our beloved Supreme Master Ching Hai gratefully presents Tina Lawrence and Surf Coast Wildlife Shelters Group the Shining World Compassion Award plus $15,000 with joy, gratitude, and a big hug to Koali, all in God's mercy. May you and all rescuers enjoy love and blessing from heavens. On May 10, 2019, our association members from the state of Victoria, Australia, organized an award presentation ceremony to honor Tina Lawrence and the Surf Coast Wildlife Shelters Group.
Dear Tina, it's with great admiration and gratitude that we present to the Surf Coast Wildlife Shelters Group the Shining World Compassion Award for nurturing kindness towards animals within the community. This award is presented in recognition of the group's outstanding animal welfare support, rescuing and caring for injured wildlife, heralding a new era of empathy and harmonious coexistence with our precious animal friends. Surf Coast Wildlife Shelters Group is an organization of volunteer wildlife shelters and carers operating 24/7 around Geelong and the Great Ocean Road in southern Victoria. The group specializes in sick, injured and orphaned wildlife, which are rehabilitated in shelters, then released back into their natural habitat. Your carers are on call day and night, ready to rescue animals in need. In addition to the unconditional and untiring love given to the distressed wildlife, the group has a significant role in advocating for change, for being a loud voice for the animals, and for encouraging the public to vote for animal justice. The kindness of all the guardian angel volunteers you have speaks volumes for the community spirit in the area, inspiring a new generation of animal lovers who together will create a brighter and more benevolent future for all beings. For passionately striving for a living world for all of God's creatures, great and small, for changing attitudes towards animals, and for your kind-hearted wisdom, we hereby applaud and celebrate the great compassionate deeds of the Surf Coast Wildlife Shelters Group. May you and all rescuers enjoy love and blessing from the heavens. With great honor, love and blessings in God's grace. Supreme Master Ching Hai. On behalf of Supreme Master Ching Hai, we're honored and privileged to present to you Surf Coast Wildlife Shelters Group, this Shining World Compassion Award in recognition of your noble, gracious, and loving effort to make a better world. On behalf of Supreme Master Ching Hai, she would like to make a humble contribution to assist with your great work to help wildlife in Victoria in the form of $15,000.
Thank you very much. What a beautiful letter that is. We're very, very grateful to be acknowledged by the Supreme Master. The work that you're doing in promoting compassion and supporting groups like ours is absolutely wonderful. Our wildlife face a lot of challenges now and in the future, particularly with climate change. So we very much appreciate your support and your understanding and your compassion towards our animals, our wild animals. Thank you very much. I think working together, we will make a better world for our wild animals and for all animals, for that matter. So thank you.
After receiving a report about the award presentation, Supreme Master Ching Hai sent another $20,000 to lovingly further this noble engagement with all love in God's forever embrace. Supreme Master Ching Hai is deeply grateful to the beloved God for all the financial help, comfort, and support to the afflicted and needy and or any good cause over the years as a humble vessel for His compassion and love towards His precious children. Our sincere congratulations to Surf Coast Wildlife Shelters Group, Tina Lawrence, Sandy Mahon, and all amazing volunteer carers for receiving the Shining World Compassion Award. May the heavens always grace your lives with abundant energy and resources to fulfill your important mission. To learn more about Surf Coast Wildlife Shelters Groups, please visit surfcoastwildlifeshelters.com and their Facebook page, Surf Coast Wildlife. Supportive viewers, thank you for your precious company for today's program. Shining World Compassion Award recipient, Surf Coast Wildlife Shelters Group. Up next is Who Could Actually Be Redeemed, Part 8 of 11, on Between Master and Disciples, right after noteworthy news. May all of us wholeheartedly embrace the vegan lifestyle to help preserve our treasured ecosystem.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/SWA.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/SWA.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/SWA.
Наши программы предлагают много языков. Пожалуйста, посмотрите suprememastertv.com /schedule и suprememastertv.com /SWA.